Hello everyone and welcome back to the AequepaX Racing's GT World Endurance Championship, the finale of Season 3 right here from Fuji Speedway, sunny Fuji Speedway right now. We're in the thick of qualifying right now as we start the stream. So, good morning, good evening everyone who's going to be watching the stream. I'm Noah Antares from Clockwork Motorsport, and this is actually not just the finale of this season, of Season 3 of the AXR GTWEC, but the finale for the series in general. So, it's gonna be the last time AXR is gonna host the GTWEC. Third year running of this series. I think we've already crowned our champion from Monza, but we're ending it off here with a bang as we look down towards the field to see who we have. We have AXR Groot running for Stint 1, surprisingly. Usually he runs for Stint 2 for the AequepaX Racing's Mazda. Red Dude in the other AXR car, the AMG. Beetlejuice in the AMG for Stossiomili, Scuderia Stossiomili. MMR and Luke Mitchell for Turi Autosport. Opa 89 for Racing Team Finlanders. THG Mike 65 for THG Team Netherlands, making a one-off appearance here. This team is the Season 1 champion of GTWEC. It's actually a team I've had the pleasure of driving with in that season where they won the championship in the Toyota Supra it was back then, the GR Supra Group 3. Our newly crowned champions, if I'm not mistaken, if I am, they're definitely the favorite here. SBM Caliber 50 for Speedbots Motorsport. And we have FTR Rotary for Full Throttle Racing. So it's the usual cast of characters that we had from Monza with the addition of THG for the finale here. It's gonna be interesting. Also, this is a 3-hour race, so the race is actually going to be 90 minutes as opposed to 60 from last week. So we have the AXR guys setting the pace here early with Fred getting a really nice serving of toe from Boots Mazda up front. So it's a 38-0 for Fred Dude. Really, if we're gonna talk times for pole, we're gonna be looking at this car. $37.9 on the first flyer for Speedbots Motorsport. I think it's not far off, to be honest. Only 35 thousandths, but then again, Caliber's time was in clean air. So unless Fred was somehow held back here by Groot in Sector 3, then I really think he has to pull out all the stops to get that lap. Or to get past Caliber's time. Beetlejuice completes the top 3 for now. Only 228 behind Fred Dude. The Supra should be good around here at Fuji, so Opa is close to Beetlejuice, only 144 behind. 4/10 to the current pole setter, by the way. When he comes into the pits. Oh, Beetlejuice actually goes faster, 37.7, so I think, well, everyone looks like they're going to be going faster now. Fred actually didn't. He set a 38.4 in that lap, but his caliber got more in the bag. Well, as you expect here, 37.3. Opa pitted for new tires here. Pretty early on. It's only been 5-6 minutes in the 15-minute qualifying session. Now improving the 40 to a 40.5. Mike in the C7 Corvette with a 40.2. Luke Mitchell already looking better than his form at Monza. He's currently in P6 with a 40.0, but still 1.3 behind the next car in front, FDR Rotary's AMG, sitting at a 38.6. Luke gets into the 38s with a 38.9. Just warming up to the car for now, I guess. And Luke Mitchell also gets into the 39 to the 39.5. Mike here bringing up the rear with a still in the 140.2. Not gonna be improvement in that lap, but everyone's diving into the pits for now. Caliber goes in. And I think Beetlejuice just came out of the pits here. And also Fred Dude as well. Rotary comes into the pits. Everyone's scrubbing off fuel and getting new tires. Look at the tire wear though. They've only done 3 laps, and those left side tires are already beat that much. Obviously, high load 100R, and some of the tightest corners in sector 3 as well. I wonder how the strategy is going to play out in the race when the tire wear is this aggressive so early on. Might see quite the number of stops here today. So Groot and Luke Mitchell are in the pits, getting a new set of tires. I think out of all the cars on the grid, only Mike hasn't stopped for a new set here. Quite the sizable gaps between the cars in the field here. Surprisingly, Caliber isn't pulling out the usual over half a second gap right now. Maybe he will, starting from this lap and this fresh set of tires. Beetlejuice almost 3/10 from Fred Dude, who's 3.5, well 3.72 over Opa. The closest gap between the top 5 is between, well, Opa and Rotary, just almost 2.5 tenths. The field's quite spread. Oh, and I think that was a spin here. Barely saw the end of it. I think that was definitely a spin here from Caliber. So whatever that is, that would have overheated those tires, those rear tires. Thankfully, he has this very long straight to cool them down. 4 minutes left in the session, so everyone's gonna get at the very least 2 laps left. Rotary setting a new PB, but just inching closer towards the Supra. Even Opa has started inching closer towards Fred Dude. Improves, but still not enough to overtake Beetlejuice in second, who does improve on his personal best as well. 37.6 here for Beetlejuice. Groot slightly improves with a 38.911, but he's got almost the same gaps in front and behind him. Caliber set a 37.4 on that lap. Not quite enough to improve, but Beetlejuice doesn't look like he's on course to improve on his time. Again, a spin from Caliber out of, I think that was Advan corner, and he opts to sit out the rest of qualifying, warps to the pits. It'll come down to if Beetlejuice can improve on his time to actually go faster. But at the moment, it's Fred Dude who's actually finding improvement on track. 37.799 here, inching closer to Beetlejuice. Only 1.72 between the two of them now. And it's now a full AMG party behind Caliber, with Rotary going up to 4th. And now he also sits out the rest of qualifying. Can Opa improve though and get 4th place back from Rotary? Caliber heads out. But I'm guessing that's, I don't think he's gonna get a lap in, but I think he's just gonna take the flag for the session. This is the last lap. Beetlejuice 1/10 down on his time coming into sector 3. Fred Dude is ahead of him though, so Fred Dude's gonna set the lap first. I don't think Beetlejuice is close enough to get the toe though. Unless Fred Dude makes a mistake, but he doesn't look like it. .782 here, an improvement for Fred Dude, but for Beetlejuice, it's another improvement at 37.547. So he found a 10th. Basically, he found almost a little over 2/10 in the final sector because he was down 103 coming into the Dunlop chicane. So that's your top 3 here for this session. Caliber, another pole position with a 37.389. Beetlejuice in second with a 547. 37.547, really close here. And Fred Dude in P3 with a 37.782. Rotary ends the session in 4th. Opa is in 5th, followed by Groot, Luke Mitchell, and Mike, completing the 8 cars that will be racing today. The reason why we're still going is because the session clock is still going. Caliber has not technically crossed the line, so hasn't Rotary because he's still in the pits. And I think Mike as well. So we have here the results of qualifying. Caliber in pole again, but pretty close here. Pretty close gaps here within the top 3. Only 393 from first to third. Top 5 covered by a second actually. So it's Caliber 50 on pole, Beetlejuice in second, Fred Dude in third, Rotary in fourth, Opa in 5th, Groot in 6th, Luke Mitchell in 7th, and THG Mike 65 in 8th. And I think we are starting the race right now. An awkward view. And let's go. Rotary gets the best start out of all of them by the looks of it. Beetlejuice is side by side with Caliber, but Rotary's on the outside, having jumped everyone. Rotary jumps up from P4 to P2. Great start there for the FTR AMG, but SBM Caliber 50 holds on to P1. Opa again with a horrible start, falling down the order. That was the thing at Monza, with the Super had a really bad start, and it's back here. It's happened again here at Fuji. But already making his way back up as he goes past Luke Mitchell out of Advan corner. What's the field gonna look like though coming into Dunlop chicane? Pretty clean here by the looks of it. Yeah, the theme with Monza was people getting penalties left, right, and center, right? And here at Fuji Speedway, I think there's only one place that'll really catch you off guard if you're not careful. And that is turn 3. Technically it is turn 3, but a lot of people think it's turn 2. Coca-Cola corner. Left-handed that brings you straight on to 100R. If you go a bit too wide there, you get the penalty. But then again, you don't want to go too wide there. Or if you cut, the worst part is if you cut the inside a bit too much. There's a bollard there on the just a little bit off the inside curb. Hitting that, taking a line that will hit that will give you a penalty. And it's so easy to actually turn in way too early just to get that corner in. But it looks like everyone's managed to navigate through without trouble, but Caliber already pulling out a gap here, 2.3 seconds. While the AMGs are duking it out for position. But the three AMGs are also starting to pull a gap to the cars behind them, and Opa already making moves here, right behind AXR Group. I think something might have happened to Luke Mitchell here already. He's back in P8. Earlier he was fighting with Opa for P6. For strategy, what I'm gonna guess people are gonna be looking for, everyone's on soft tires, so I don't think 45-minute stints are in play, given how badly the tires got worn too quickly in qualifying. So what I think people are gonna aim for are 30-minute stints, make it a two-stop race. What I wonder though is 30-minute stints would technically be, given at this pace, technically it's gonna be 4 or so laps. Oh, not 4, 14 I mean. 14 or so laps is gonna take for 30 minutes. Maybe 15, depending on what the pace is going to be like once the tires start coming down. Given the aggressive tire wear, I think people are going to be trying to take care of these tires to get the 30 minutes pretty easily. Then again, we'll see. If the tire wear is good enough, why not go for 45? Also, looking at our live chat here, we have Fish asking, is Fuji high or low wing? Which is a great question depending on the car that you're driving. GT3 cars, I think, would benefit more from high aero. To be honest, because top speed, well, you don't want to put too much, because then you just become a sitting duck for the main straight. But then Aero is actually beneficial in Sector 2 as well. You get speed through 100R, basically. In third sector, the aero only really comes into play for TGR corner, the double left-hander. Or was it GR Super corner? I think it's GR Super corner. TGR corner, I think it's turn 1 right now. But yeah, the benefits of high aero are really, I think it outweighs the straight more, but only to a certain extent. You want to be on the higher side, but not on the extreme high side of wing, because you still want to be able to, you know, defend yourself on the straights. Like what Rotary has right now. He has 2 AMGs on his toe the whole time, these past 4 laps. And he's managed to hold them off. So I'm gonna guess Rotary actually has less wing than these 2 behind him. Out of all of them, I think Fred is the highest wing. Beetlejuice is getting close on slipstream, but not close enough to make a dive. And what it's doing is letting Opa back into play. He's now starting to make up for the bad start. And is only 1.5 behind Fred, dude. He only has to get within 8.5 tenths, and he's in the train. He's in that slipstream train down the straight. And AXR Good is on an island right now. 3.8, almost 4 seconds in front of him. Pretty clear, 9.3 behind them. And so is Luke Mitchell here, 9.2 in front of him, 6.5 behind them. But Fuji's a relatively long lap though, so you don't want to be caught making mistakes. Everyone here besides Caliber is running the 38s. The 3 AMGs in the Super are running 38s. Groot's making his way into the 38s. He's at a 39.0 in that last lap. So is Luke Mitchell with the low 39 and 39 too. Mike's repeatedly doing 40s. Ooh, wide here out of Advan corner. It looks like the rear is unstable on that Mazda. Just losing the rear there. Going wide as he caught the slide. Well, that's BM Caliber, but he's keeping it on the road, on good pace. You can't help but think, you can't help but wonder though. Well, he did lose a lot of time there. There was a 39.5 in that lap. What are the guys behind him going to be running? Still in the 38s. You can't help but wonder though. The Mazda, specifically SBM's car, has always had high rear deck. wherever they went. On a track like Fuji, where cars are just loaded everywhere you go, with a heavy load on the left side, will that tire wear come in play somehow? I mean, we've asked that question a lot of times since the start of the season at Laguna Seca, and the answer's always been, it does, but by that time it's already too far ahead for it to even matter. But we did see that moment earlier. We had those two spins in qualifying. So we know that when he has to push, the car isn't always there for him. Not in this race, at least. But he's running a purple pace here. He's trying to make up for the error on the last lap by going much faster. Back in the 37s here. Oh, and Beetlejuice is much closer to rotary at this lap. Oh! Trying to defend the rotary, pushing Beetlejuice off to the edge of the track, but it's already got a nose ahead. Trying to go for the cutback, but Beetlejuice actually covers the whole way. So Beetlejuice goes up in the second place. Looking at the tire situation here, Fred Dude has actually worse tires than FDR Rotary. Only by a bit, but normally it's Rotary that has the worst tire wear out of all the AMGs. And now that he's ahead, can Beetlejuice start to build a gap of some sort? Because he was P2 in qualifying. Storm brings up a good point here. Fuji is a long lap for such a short track length. We were only two weeks removed from the finale of the ApeX Endurance League Season 4, where we were racing P1 prototypes here at Fuji for 500 kilometers and 110 laps. Only 110. For these GT3 cars, it's a long lap. Not so much for P1s, because we pretty much took 100 flat out most of the time. And now, yeah, Beetlejuice is starting to build a gap here. Already almost 867 going into Coca-Cola corner. Actually purple through sector 1. We're only 15 minutes in, so I do not think 30-minute stints are in play for these gentlemen. More so not for this man. Not only is he using up the front tires more than the AMG behind them, his rear tires are much worse. And that's been a theme for this season with the Mazdas, specifically the SBM car. They've been fast, but those tires never really look healthy for long periods of time. When we had Scuderia Chiara in the season still, their car had much better tires than the SBM car. Not as fast, but Technically, they were still ahead of the AMGs by then. So it goes back to the point that I was trying to make earlier. We've already seen the instability of this car as out of corners, specifically out of low-speed corners, the rear just starts moving around on caliber. He's now down to the 38s, actually. He's been brought down to earth. Who'd have thought? All he needs is worn tires. Well, the RX Vision concept isn't known for being kind on tires to begin with. Even in the World Tour, it's not one of those cars. Usually, if you think of cars that save, tires and fuel, you think of cars like a Subaru BRZ, a GR Supra, a McLaren 650S. This car just goes fast. SBM are really good at making it go fast. And look at that. Beetlejuice has already opened up a gap, and Red Dude has made a move as past FTR Rotary. Opa dives into the pits. Surprisingly, pretty early on here, and the Supras actually got worse tires than the leading AMG. Made a stop at 18 minutes, 11 laps. And so is Groot. Luke Mitchell here. Look, the Aston using the rear tires more than the fronts. So it's in a similar theme to the RX Vision GT. Side by side here, the two cars, FTR and AXR. Better keep an eye on this, because Beetlejuice has already said bye to these boys. 8 seconds in like 3 laps. Something must have happened to these guys that we didn't catch. Rotary making the move down the inside here. Ooh, that was a really nice move. Either Fred Dude just couldn't turn into the... Given the left side tires, how they look, he just mustn't have had the grip to even cover that up. But Rotary a bit skittish on the exit of the final corner. Red Dude right in attack range here. Where do you want to go though? Opens up to the right. I tried to let him go, says Rotary. And the switchback here. Oh, these are gonna have a really good race on these tires. Both are in the middle of the road coming in to Coca-Cola corner. I don't think that was a good idea, but they made it somehow. Going through 100R. Oh man, they're both off the throttle. Just how bad these tires are. But how are they getting in the way of some good racing here? So the front four have yet to pit. But Caliber, I think, is definitely thinking about it. Only a few pixels left on that left rear tire. I don't think it want to run that particular tire to the rim, but he's going for another lap. And Beetlejuice is actually starting to catch up to him. Beetlejuice at this stage of the race has much better tires. His aren't healthy if you look at it, but compared to Caliber, the Caliber's tires, they're healthy by a long shot. And meanwhile, the battle between these two still continues. Red Dude pulled up enough of a gap here. More tense, and 4/10 and change, enough to defend into turn 1. But he hasn't pulled the gap since. The gap stayed the same since they entered TGR corner. And looking at the tire wear right now, it's Rotary that has the edge a bit. Ooh, did he try to make a move down the inside? Not quite getting there. There was a look. And even the rear end and the FTR car is starting like to say no. Whatever Rotary wants it to do. Caliber finally comes in on what I'm guessing to be completely dead left rear tires. Only a pixel left on that one. I don't. YouTube compressor might show it as completely red, but I assure you, there's 1 pixel there of white on that left rear tire. The 23-minute stint here for Caliber, 14 laps. Both Rotary and Fred Dude come in as well on the same strategy. Beetlejuice is staying long. Or he's going long. I wonder though. Okay, 23-minute stop. Oh wow. Rotary and Fred Dude actually come out behind Opa, Luke Mitchell, and Groot. Luke Mitchell hasn't pitted yet, but they have been jumped by Opa and Groot. The undercut has worked. White the wonder here. That makes sense. Look, Rotary and Fred Dude have been running 39s and 40s in their last few laps. Meanwhile, after pitting, Groot is straight back into the 38s, and so was Opa. And Caliber already gaining 2 seconds on, almost 2 seconds on Beetlejuice in that lap. But Beetlejuice is still running 39s. The pace on this car is actually really, really good. Luke Mitchell finally comes into the pit, so that's Rotary and Fred Dude ahead of him. But Groot is 3 seconds ahead of Rotary. And Opa is 7 in front of him. The only caveat is those guys pitted at what, 18 minutes? Beetlejuice can push 3 more laps out of this car to get to 30 minutes. Not with that lap through being the way it is. But it'll be interesting to see what he does. He's staying out. But Caliber is just rapidly closing up behind him. As you'd expect, Caliber puts in a purple lap, a 37.2 on that lap, and he was really quick on his out lap, 47. maybe not. He was actually slow in his outlap. Everyone's outlaps were 45. He ran at 47. So I actually gave a little bit of time back to Beetlejuice on the outlap. Still wearing purple though. And Beetlejuice here goes past Mike. He's 1.1 down on his personal best. So I'm guessing this is... I mean, he definitely hit the crossover point a long time ago, but... Again, that left front is completely dead. Unlike Caliber that still had a pixel, this is fully red. Beetlejuice finally jumps into the pits. 28 minutes. Ooh, I wonder though. He hit the bollard on the way in. Hopefully that's lag. I wouldn't want to see him get a penalty for crossing pit entry line. Possibility here is because the second stint starts with less fuel, right? The second stint starts with less fuel. Maybe Beetlejuice can use that lighter fuel weight to go longer and go back on what was supposed to be a 30-minute stint. And he actually made the overcut work. Look, he has the overcut on both Fred Dude and FTR Rotary. But he did get undercut by Opa in the Supra. Remember, Opa was out of the top 6. Opa was the first to pit. The advantage might have swung back in favor of the Supra. Remember, for a 30-minute stint to work, the next pit stop must be at the hour mark. We're only using the 30 minutes at this point. Honestly, SBM's strategy looks like they're just gonna run fast until the tires die and just pit. They'll have an extra stop by the end of this, really short stop, but they'll probably have the gap to make it work. Fast enough on race pace, they're running 37s when the tires are still usable. He dropped the 38s, 39s. Did he even drop a 39? I don't think he did. Yeah, 38s, right? He's still running 38s when the tires are dead. But they're gonna bank on building a gap cover for the extra stop again. The interesting bit is this. Opa looks like he's on a weird strat though. He's already... Oh, I guess this is around 35%. If I were to guess, I think this is about 35% fuel. I don't see where this strat is going. Because he pitted lap 11, right? And that's 15-ish minutes into the race. I'm gonna guess he put it for track position so he can get the undercut and just make his strat work from there. Because even by undercut standards, it's way too early. I think he only has enough for 20 or so minutes. I'll leave it less. But he's using that pace from the low fuel to keep Beetlejuice behind them. But I don't think Beetlejuice cares what pace Oppa's doing up front. He's got Groot 5 seconds behind him. But Fred Dude, well, he's already pulled past Rotary and actually made a gap of, well, now it's 5 seconds. Not sure if and when penalties got into play then. But Groot also made the undercut strat like Oppa, and he's running low on tires and fuel. So I honestly don't know where this kind of strat puts the two of them together. Well, by the end of the race, where it puts the two of them. It puts them in a position where at the end of the race, they're going to be struggling the most in tire and fuel. If not making an extra stop like Caliber would eventually do. Well, that... I don't know if the pace advantage actually makes that viable. 50-50 for the first two stints. See, I would agree with that strategy if we had GTS pit deltas, right? Come into the pits, immediately go into the tire selection screen. Or onto the box, I should say. Or immediately goes into the box. Really fast pit stops, like F1 style pit stops. We've dialed it back to more realistic pit stops, where you have to wait until the car gets into the box. It's only places like Daytona, Watkins Glen, where the pit exit actually affects you a lot. In Interlagos, I guess. Okay, so Red Dude's already passed Groot. I think he just let him by. There are different strats here, and Fred has to get a move on. He's chasing the AMG in front of him. I think Beetlejuice is the best strategy out of all of them right now. He unfortunately just doesn't have the pace that the Mazdas have, or the SBM Mazda has. The gap is currently what? I would guess 22, almost 23 seconds between Caliber and Beetlejuice. We had someone come in and leave the lobby. And Oppa doesn't look like he has much more laps left. Well, fuel limited and tire limited in the Super right now. The gap's closing. Only 3.5 behind Beetlejuice. And considerably faster now is Beetlejuice over Oppa. Where Oppa's probably starting to feel the strain on the tires. Not enough to offset with the fuel burn. Interesting though to see. Where this strat ends up for Beetlejuice. Looking at the tire wear, yeah, you'd expect Caliber to have already worse tires than Beetlejuice at this stage of the race. The question is, can Beetlejuice make it to an hour to make the two-stop work? As for the other guys, they're looking at 3. They're looking at 3 stops. I'm not familiar with what the pit delta is. We can try and look at the. Hold on. Try to work it out here. I think it was a 53 on the in lap, and it was a 45 on the out. The Caliber had a 47 because he only made a mistake somewhere in the out lap. So I'm trying to guess where, trying to figure out what the pit delta actually. So the average lap time is 37. It's 38. In lap was a 53. That's 15. And the out lap was a 45. That's 7. Only 2 seconds. Around about 22, 23 seconds is the pit delta. I'm assuming that's the case. So Caliber has cleared that pit delta. This is getting interesting though between the top. The battle for second here. Oppa is getting caught by Beetlejuice. You gotta wonder, will he get caught first before he has to pit? The gap between Beetlejuice and Fred Dude has pretty much stayed the same. Both of them are running at the same pace. Dude, meanwhile, is now getting caught by FTR rotary. Tires on that Mazda aren't happy right now, so no surprise that FTR is catching up, but FTR's tires aren't looking too hot as well. Was it only 2 laps that the undercut worked for Beetlejuice? Was it 2 or 3 laps? It wasn't 2. It wasn't that long though. Look at the tire wear gap between these guys. Well, we can start looking at this battle now because Beetlejuice is almost within slipstream range of the Supra in front of him. And I think Opa still has enough fuel and tires to go for another after this. We're in gap now, almost 26 seconds to the leader. Consideration though. The second stop they're gonna make is gonna be longer than the first, because they're gonna have to put a lot more fuel. So it's not just 22 seconds. It might be 24, 25 seconds. Epic Delta. It'll be close either way. And Beetlejuice is just right behind the Supra right now. Gets a better run out of the final corner. I think he can take it here. Moves to the right, side by side now with the Supra. He has the tires advantage, so he's going to be able to brake a bit later and get the position done. That was a good battle while it lasted. Good on Opa for keeping it on the road with the tires he has right now. He might pit at the end of this lap now. So I don't think he's going to be able to make one more lap with that fuel. More than anything, it's for that reason. I forget, do we have random weather? Because the track looks like it's getting dark. Let's confirm this for a little bit. Take our eyes off the action for just a few seconds. It is. So... I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'd like to remind everyone that rain is an option for Fuji Speedway. So far, it looks like it's fog. And the weather radar looks clear at the moment. I'm actually not sure how this one works I'm actually not sure how this interface works when you're actually in the race. Or if it even works the same way as the MFD weather radar. If someone knows, please let me know. But... rain is a possibility for Fuji Speedway. That's what I'm saying. Clouds look clear though, it's just... it looks like the clouds just moved in all of a sudden. Nobody did pit. By the way, in the midst of all of that. So did Rotary. And okay, here's the interesting bit. Beetlejuice still has a lot of tire and fuel left. Meanwhile, Caliber and Fred Dude, who put it on the same lap, are almost on their lap. I'm guessing 3 laps max. Oh, Storm, don't bring that up on people. Imagine rain hits on people just before or after pit windows. No. But I'm seeing glare again from the body of these cars, so I'm guessing the sun is out again. Hold on. The clouds look like they're that way. They look eastward. I think they've already moved east. And the rest of the track looks clear. Okay. That was a bit of a moment there. I hope people have their weather radars on. I don't. Because obviously I can't control what the MFD is looking at when it comes to spectator mode. But that scare of rain, well, it's gone. We're back to sunny Fuji Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, okay. It was just Mike making way for Beetlejuice up there. Fred finally hits. That left rear is almost dead. There's a pixel there. I think you can still see it. Caliber probably gonna go for another one. There's a sliver of left rear left in that car. I think you can still see it. Does he have fuel though? That's the question. If he wants to make another lap, does he have the fuel for it? I think not. He might pit here. He did. Because I remember him doing 15 lap stints. Oh my god, what was that entry? I hope that was lag. Paula didn't even move. Just phased through it. Okay, now Beetlejuice coming out the final corner. My guess was 25 seconds on the pit delta for a full service. But right now, it's gonna be close. Beetlejuice gets ahead. Ooh, okay. Here's what I think is gonna happen. Well, Caliber's probably gonna make his way past that AMG. He's on fresh tires and in a really fast car under him right now. But now that I think about it, Beetlejuice might have offset the fuel in the first hit. Look at how much fuel he still has left. Not putting a fight here against SBM. That's not the fight right now that you want to have. But Beetlejuice might have a shorter pit stop. On the next stop, but I don't know if it matters still, just judging by how he needed to have Caliber behind him at this point. I guess I was right. This is 25, 26 seconds is the fuel, is the pit delta for full service. Caliber might have just done enough to get a pit stop on Beetlejuice. Opa is holding on to third though. Well, Fred Dude, well, Opa, Fred Dude, and Rotary have always all made their stops, I should say. And Opa is still up front. So the early stop in the first stint has actually got him positions. Caliber only has to do one more stop. He's running 15 lap stints, so he'll come in at 45. But the important bit is Beetlejuice also has to pit. So it's definitely advantage to SBM right now. We're nearing an hour. We're 53 minutes 40 seconds in. And Beetlejuice make 6 minutes on those tires? How many laps? 4 laps? I don't know. Caliber already 3.5 seconds ahead of Beetlejuice right now. He safely has a pit stop worth of a gap to Opa behind him. Well, you say that. Assuming he actually has to take less fuel this time. He saves time and pit stop on fuel, and he comes out ahead of Opa, but still about 5 seconds or so. I don't know how much time he's gonna save from the fuel load that he currently has. Opa is actually getting close to him, as on those tires, Beetlejuice has now dropped to the 39s. Opa's running 38s, high 38s, but he's still inching closer to that gap. Unless Red Dude comes in to spoil the party. Pretty sure Beetlejuice knows these guys still have to make another stop. So either way, the question only becomes, does he come out ahead or behind these guys? It doesn't matter, because the track position is still going to be his by the end of the day. Ooh, a bit of lag there. Ooh, that scared me. You never like to see a car when you're in spectator mode. You'd never like to see a car completely go dead, no input, and the engine just sounds, well, the engine sounds just disappear, because that's a telltale sign that someone's gonna get disconnected. Beetlejuice did a 39.6 that lap. Opa is doing... He's about to cross the line, so we'll find out in a bit. .38.5. 1.1 seconds there in that last lap. Or, yeah, 1.1 seconds. And Fred is actually running faster behind Opa. But Luke, Mitchell, and Groot make their stops. Looks like a scheduled stop for Luke Mitchell, not sure for Groot though. What's this? I guess he's gonna try to go to the end here. Oh, softs, both of them. What if he's just been left on an island here? Fred just hunting down Opa right now. And they're both chasing down Beetlejuice in front of them. Beetlejuice has made it to 58 minutes, 20 seconds. He can pit on this lap and make it to the end in the next. And that left front is crying again. Oh, he's about to go to 100 with that left front. Oh my god, fully off throttle there. Just refusing to turn in, taking the long way around. And it's dead. It's completely dead now, that left front. As predicted, Beetlejuice is getting into the pits. 25 seconds on hand here. But I think he takes less fuel to make it to the end 30 minutes. That's Opa getting past. Getting past in the pits, but Beetlejuice coming out behind the two of them. What's the gap? 1.8 Fred and 2.5. 4.3 seconds. Took a bit too much fuel there. But then again, the knowledge of those two in front of you still having a pit probably doesn't affect Beetlejuice in the slightest. They're just continuing the chase here. Is he on the same strat as Opa? Probably not, because of the fuel load. But they're definitely going to be fighting each other to the end here. I think what you do in this situation, if you were Fred Dude, you mirror the strategy of Opa. You do not want to give him undercut and have to chase him down by the end. Mike are laps down. Luke being a lap down and Mike being what looks like 2 or 3 laps down. I guess it's just 2. Once Fred got past Rotary, he just started driving away. Now he's actually... Whoa. Hey. We're gonna have a battle here in a bit. Is Fred gonna make a move in turn 1? He does. Trying to make a dive here. Pretty clean, boys. Makes the move done. Wow. Hope is not giving up, though. Right on him to Coca-Cola corner. Good run to 100R. Fred here. Already starting to eke up a bit of a gap. New Opa behind him. But he's still within slipstream range, though. He needs to make time through Sector 3 to get out of that. And I think this is where Fred's been quickest. And I think that's exactly what he's doing right now. Look. Opa not giving up, though. Staying within that range. So was that? It's Mike that had a spin there at GR Supra. GR Supra corner. Alright. Immediately making a gap just through Sector 3 alone. He's already a second clear of Opa behind him. Barring any mistakes, I think that's the move done, but Beetlejuice is right behind them. Beetlejuice is really running 39s here. Probably just heavy fuel. Or something, but Fred Dude just put up a 38.6 in that last lap. Just is way too close to these guys. And on strategy, I think he still has it. He definitely has the advantage over them. So what Fred Dude wants right now is to just build the gap to Opa behind them. Because Opa now has a chance to make another cut. Fred Dude will have to respond the moment he does. Because the undercut is really powerful around Fuji. chicane, both Opa and Groot gain positions from just the undercut. Fortunately, Groot just doesn't have the pace to make it work. Well, lag spike there as well. Groot just didn't have the pace to make it work all the way, but it has a great effect. So you have to cover it off the moment someone tries to get one on it. And right now, Fred is doing a good job here because he's just extending the gap behind him. Seconds now out of Advan corner going into Dunlop chicane. Race leader 42 seconds up front, but he still has to make a stop. Probably at the same time that these guys would. Beetlejuice is closing in on Opa right now. I don't think he's gaining on Fred, but he's definitely gaining on Opa. And Opa looks like he's gonna go for it here on the undercut, goes into the pits. Red Dude now has to respond. Opa came in at an hour 8 minutes. He's gonna have to run this last stint or 21 or 20 minutes and change, basically. And he comes out behind FTR Rotary, and I think Rotary is about to pit on this lap as well. Now the gap between Fred and Opa coming into the pits, I think, was 2.7-ish. And you can easily gain that lap, or to gain that time in a lap of undercut. But Fred is staying out. Hey, interesting. Fred stays out. Rotary's pulling into the pits right now on that far shot. Interesting decisions here by AequepaX Racing. Given the aggressive tire wear that we've seen so far, I'm guessing Fred Dude thinks every lap of tire wear counts. Last lap was a 39.5 for Fred Dude. Opa's last lap before coming into the pits was a 39.8. It was a 54 and a 50. Well, it was a 54 on the end lap. Okay, interesting here. Will he pit? Not yet. He still stays out. That lap was a 39.439. What lap time does Opa do though? That's an interesting bit. Coming out the final corner here. .9. That's a half a second gain. What road do we get penned for? I wonder. Race leader makes his pit stop. I think he's comfortably gonna come out ahead. With quite the margin in hand, no less. Finally, Fred Dude comes into the pits. Where is Opa right now? Coming through Sector 3. Is Fred Dude in the box yet? Not. Just coming in, pulling in. Oh, this is gonna be close. Drop on the jacks, putting in fuel. I think he comes out ahead. He comes out ahead, but Opa's gonna be really close here. .5 seconds comes out ahead still. Great job for Fred Dude for holding out on that one. Oh, that was great. Well, with both tires are relatively new tires. Both cars and new tires. What will happen here, though? Does Opa have speed to catch up to Fred and make a battle out of this? So far, the pair of them look really close in pace. But Fred is just really quick through Sector 3, so Opa isn't gaining time on him there. And it takes a third of the straight before he starts gaining. And even then, his gains aren't even that much on the straight. So I guess Fred Dude really has much more pace in that car compared to the Supra on race pace. So I think as long as Fred Dude can run his pace, E3 is his in the last 14 minutes of the race. Good makes another pit stop, an extra stop. Still not sure what the first pit stop was earlier when he put it along with Luke Mitchell. And it's a short stop too. New tires and a splash of fuel. He's gonna try to chase down Luke Mitchell 20 seconds in front of him. And he does have race leader behind him right now. He's getting shown the blue flag. very bold strategy of just stretching the tires to the limit has paid off here for Scuderia's Tosi Umili. Beetlejuice holding a comfortable 23-second lead over Fred Dude with 12.5 minutes left in this race. It's gonna go by quick. 9 or so laps left. And Fred already stretching a gap here, 2.3 ahead of Opa. He came out 1.5 ahead on that last time. So yeah, he definitely just has to keep the laps clean. Just run consistent laps and I'll have P3. And Rotary, meanwhile, is Wise Lonesome in P5 right now. Luke Mitchell behind them. It's 12 seconds to Luke behind him, but he's got much better tires than Luke. And I guess it's a question of whether or not Luke needs to pit an extra stop for Groot to get the position back, get P6 back. I don't know, Luke can try to hold on to those tires for 11 more minutes. Though definitely making time on Luke here. If I were Luke, I'll just try to hold on to those tires as best as I can. I think he's got the fuel to make 10 more minutes. The last lap was a 40.7 and Groot had a 38.8. So Groot definitely getting time hand over fist over Luke, but it's only 10 minutes left in this race. Does he have enough though? Interesting to see how this battle plays out. If Luke stays out and tries to hold on to those tires for seven more laps, 6 more laps, it'll be a tough ask, but it's definitely doable. With the fuel he has, I think it's doable. Groot is really hauling ass here. 39.6 in that last lap. Luke had the 42.6. Oh, Luke just lifted and coasting through 100R, trying to avoid using the rear tires, I'm guessing. Just barely saw race leader coming up behind Luke right now. There he is. Caliber in the distance, rounding GR Super corner as Luke was rounding at the final corner. Another 42.947 here for Luke Mitchell. Groot with another 39. He's gaining at least 3 seconds a lap. Here we go. Just trying to be as gentle as you can on those rear tires. Groot now within 10 seconds of the Aston Martin. As you see here, Fred, you just continue to stretch that gap to the Supra. Top three basically locked in where they are, as long as they keep going like they are. Well, the top five pretty much. This is the battle that's going on right now to the end of the race. One here on that lap for Luke. It's 38.8 for Groot. Gap is now 8.7. As race leader goes by, we have 5 minutes left in the race. Oh, you can just see Groot in the distance there. Gap 6.7. You could have been asleep 5 more minutes and you miss another screen like you did last week. It's better you're awake right now. Oh, the left ear is barely holding on to that Aston Martin. He crossed the line there at 41.6. Groot at 38.6. Oh, it's gonna be close here. Whatever pace he can get out of that car right now, Luke needs to just try and make pace where he can. Those tires are not happy with him right now. And Groot is just charging down behind him. He just has to keep it clean. He'll have pace advantage regardless. Even if he runs 39s, he'll still have a pace advantage. just needs to keep the laps clean. Catching is one thing, passing is another, definitely. Luke crossing the line at 1 hour 27:55. Groot now just 4 seconds behind him. These guys have 2 more laps to go. Here's a scenario I don't want to see play out. I don't think it'll happen, but we could potentially get robbed of a good battle by the endurance racing system in GT. If Luke gets across the line at 1 hour, 29 minutes, 29 seconds, he gets to go another lap. If Groot crosses the line at an hour 30.1, that's it. That's his race. Remember, the new endurance racing system that GT has put in is no longer dependent on the leader getting the checkered flag. If you take the checkered flag once the race timer reaches 0. Regardless of where you are. So here we go. Race leader has just started the final lap. And so have these two. 1.6 at the line. They have 1 lap remaining. The left rear in the Aston Martin is completely gone. Gets a 1-second penalty. Beetlejuice crosses the line to take 2nd. Fred will cross the line to take 3rd. Opa is going to cross the line to take 4th place. And so is Rotary for 5th. Oh no. We get robbed of a good finish by penalties. Oh no! No way! Well, SBM Caliber 50 completes the sweep this season by winning every stint that he's participated in. But Luke Mitchell carrying a 1-second penalty. Wait, he's not out of fuel, is he? Oh. He takes it. I don't know what was the deal here at the end. I'm not sure if Luke thought he had pushed Groot out wide and into the wall there. I don't think that was the case. I think Groot just lost it by himself. I don't know. But here you go with the final result of this race. Caliber 50 winning, pretty much sealing the deal for SBM if they haven't already at this point. Beetlejuice in 2nd, then Fred completing the podium. Opa in 4th. after a terrible start that saw him drop all the way down to 7th place. Rotary in 5th place, Luke Mitchell in an impressive 6th, Brute in 7th, and Mike in 8th. It wasn't 90, so I don't think it was all Brute says stakes, but nah, if you lose it there, it doesn't have to be 90 degrees. You can come in there, dab the throttle a bit too much and just straight into the wall. Man, drama all the way until the end though. But yeah, that's been it for stint 1 of the finale of GTWEC Season 3 here at Fuji Speedway. I think this week we'll definitely have a stream for stint 2. We didn't have that last week due to some issues, but I think you can all expect a stint 2 stream to come up within the next few minutes after this. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and see you all in stint. Well, I won't be there for stint 2, but the action will continue for stint 2. So see you there.